Guys, what's up? I just want to drop in and say, look, divine timing means God's timing. So if you hear like anybody that's in the spiritual, into the spiritual lifestyle, anybody that may be in the tarot, anything like that, um, if you hear them say this is coming quickly, don't get your hopes up on the quickly that you think, okay? Because quickly, you could be, I mean, come on, depending on how long you've been in this game, you could have been hearing this coming from like since last year, right? So quickly is doesn't mean the quick that you think it's going to be, right? Divine timing just means whenever God wants you to have it, that's when you're going to have it. I mean, period, point blank, that's all it means. It just means when he wants you to have it, that's when you're going to have it. No sooner, no later. It is what it is. So if it's coming fast, no, it doesn't mean it's coming in 2 days. Can it come in 1 day? Yes. Could it come in 1 minute? Yes. But the likelihood of that happening, that ain't going to happen. Okay. Because God just doesn't have his nature isn't to move like that. That's not his nature. Can he? Will he? Yes. But his nature, his steps are a lot more graceful. To use a better word for it, it's just a lot more graceful. He's never in a rush because he doesn't live on time, because there is no time. Time is an illusion. So, and another thing, guys, does God feel your pain? Absolutely no. No, the Most High does not feel your pain. No, when you're like going through your suffering, do you think God is suffering? Absolutely not, people. And my girls, my little oracle and my oldest daughter couldn't put it no better. They're like, Dad, it's like when we're playing with dolls, and like we would have bad things happen to my doll. I wouldn't feel the pain. I wouldn't even be in a hurry to fix it. And I was just tripping. I felt God was speaking to them. Like, you need to understand this part of me of how it works. Just because you're suffering, I don't suffer. You're like the doll. I'm in you. But when you go through your experiences, you thought I was going through a drug habit because you went through a drug habit, or you thought I was popping pills because you popped pills. Like, if you were not in your right mind, you thought now all of a sudden God, the universe, wasn't in his right mind. Or if you were suffering from a heartbreak, or I allowed somebody to disrespect you, cheat on you, do whatever. God allows a lot of things, right? Do you think I was going through that? Absolutely not. God is never going to put himself through anything negative, ever. That's what makes him a boss. That's what makes him El Jefe de todos los jefes, the bosses of all bosses, because he's not going to put himself through no kind of inconveniences whatsoever. He's the universe. He's the Most High. So when you're going through your suffering, man, I'm hurting, this for whatever reason, God is not hurting. He is not like, man, I feel you. No, he's not. He's like, I understand what you're going through because I created that energy of suffering, of pain, of sorrow. But I'm not suffering. I'm not going through pain and sorrow because you hurt your finger. I'm not going, wow, man, I'm hurting. I got 7 billion people on the planet, all for the most part going through dysfunctional thinking. I would be a dysfunctional God at that point. No, I'm in you, but I still detach myself from you, mostly when you're not in the upright. And I'm really going to detach myself from you even if you're in the upright. If you broke your leg, I didn't break my leg. It's like my kid said with the dolls. You have them go through all kinds of stuff, because I would be like, man, why you got them going through all this? All that, it'd be boring if it was just one way, or, so I'm like, okay, whatever. You got to have some opposition. I get it. And so they were like, so, and then I would be like, you weren't thinking, like, they were like, oh, this person got hit by a car, but she's going to be okay, but she's hurting. I'd be like, so you didn't think about fixing her right away? They were like, Dad, I didn't even think about the pain that they might have been in. They said I was not even concerned about it. They were saying, I knew they were in pain, but I wasn't concerned. But I wasn't concerned about the pain. I just knew when I was ready, I was going to fix it. And then when I wanted her to have a miracle or whatever, and she was like walking or healed again, I just made her healed again. And that was it. And I didn't think nothing about it. And it just gave me a really, really harsh lesson on how God, universe, thinks about us, how he looks at us. Like, I feel you, but I'm not feeling your pain. Yes, I understand you might have been going through suffering. So that's why people will say like, that's why people will say like, you know, like, and let me raise my hand as being a candidate. Man, I've been in here for a minute. You know, like, what's up? Because people doing way less. You know, I see, you know, you're doing things for, not saying you shouldn't, but I mean that they're not putting it down on the level that, you know, you have me putting it down. I mean, what's up? and you know, God is not feeling that. He's understanding that, but he's like, your time, one day it's like 1,000 years, 1,000 years like one day. So, I mean, your time to you, that seems like a long time in a 3D, you know, to God, you know, he's just still like, if I didn't do anything about it, it's just because, well, there's your answer, period. Didn't say you had to like it, but that's your answer. So does God feel your pain? No. But does he understand it? Yes, because he created it. But when you're going through it, is he suffering? Absolutely not. He's completely detached. But he is aware of it because he is the creator of all. And that's it on that, guys. And yes, it's been a little, the day's been a little rough. But you know what? I'm still all right. I'm shining. It's been a busy day, guys. It's all good, though. It is what it is. I'm tricky. You guys are all amazing. And if you don't know that, I just told you. So I wouldn't lie to you. You know what's up. Good energy, good vibes all the time, and you will always attract what you want. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm over at the gas station, and it's time for me to roll, do what I got to do. But, no snow. There is no but. That's it. Peace.